team I gave a lot of, issues with last year, the San Diego Padres. I thought that
Whoa. You gave a lot of issues to. Ben gave a lot of issues to. This guy said, hey, settle down. It'll all
I'm not
be
even
all
sure
right.
what I
They'll be
said.
back in the playoffs. I'm not sure what you said either, so
I don't know what I
call you
said, but
out.
I'm assuming that I don't know.
I mean, they were a playoff team. They were better than I expected, but also, they did lose in the wild card round.
Yeah, but all I said was that they'd make the playoffs. I didn't say how far they'd go.
True. So the Padres coming off a 90-win season, they added German Marquez, 1 year, 1.75. Nick Castellanos, 1 year, 780K. Griffin Canning, a starter, 1 year's 2.5. Miguel Andujar, an outfielder, 1 for 4. Brought back Michael King, 3 for 75. Then they also, two notable minor league signings, Walker Buehler and Tristan McKenzie as rotation arms. I think those are very interesting moves. They didn't really make many trades. They did lose Jose Iglesias to free agency. Martin Maldonado retired. Luis Arias, obviously, he just went to San Fran. Nestor Cortez got hurt, and now he's a free agent. Dylan Cease went to Toronto. Ryan O'Hearn to Pittsburgh. Robert Suarez to Atlanta. Tyler Wade to Texas. Elias Diaz to Kansas City. So, with the Padres, they don't have an ace. And I think you can argue that they don't really even have like a 2 in a way.
Disagree.
Well, let me finish. I really like Michael King, but him as a starter, he spent a lot of his career as a reliever. He's not your prototypical ace or 2.
See, I disagree. I think they have 3 2s, honestly.
Well, so how can they handle this rotation not having an ace then and no, top of the line pitcher? Can 3 2s make up what 1 can do?
Not to get too far ahead, but I think absolutely. I think throughout the season, you can get enough production out of Pavetta, King, Musgrove. And now with the names that they have, Vasquez, Marquez, Sears, Bueller, McKenzie, you can find 2 other guys to fill that rotation. And by the way, you kind of have starter depth when it comes to eating innings. I think the Padres rotation is a solid regular season rotation. And what it reminds me of is the Mets 2 years ago, but a little bit better, because that's a Mets team that found themselves in an NLCS. They weren't a strong regular season team. They got by on their lineup and decent enough pitching, but I think the Padres rotation is a little bit of a step above that. But you remember it was Quintana, Manaya, Kodai Senga when he could play, Severino. This feels like a better version of that.
I get that. I just think they had career years out of a lot of guys, and they banked on a lot of luck.
But I think it's also possible we see a Michael King have a career year. We could see a Nick Pivetta continue to have a really good run like he's been having. Maybe Musgrove's a little bit past his prime at this point, but you never know.
I mean, what do we expect out of a Yu Darvish?
I mean, I don't think he's with the team anymore.
No,
I don't think so. I thought he retired.
I saw somebody saying, "Did he retire?" And then him saying, "Oh no, that's not true."
I mean, Fangraphs doesn't have him projected to get any starting pitching time. That's the only reason I believe the retirement was correct.
He's not on the roster. He's on the roster.
What is it? Baseball Reference has him projected to go 7-6 with a 4.5 ERA in 26. So,
but again, I think that's another name that adds to their depth. Then you add Darvish there. Like they have 7-8 guys who I think could realistically have 5-inning outings in the regular season.
They're not going to have bad pitching during the regular season. I mean, just purely, even if they did have bad pitching, just based off.
I think you could argue the rotation hurts them come playoff time.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because you're up against a Blake Snell, a Zach Wheeler, a Chris Sale on the other side, and you don't have a matchup for that for sure. But I think over the course of the regular season, they have enough good to great guys that they'll be all right.
Is this
Yeah.
rotation much better than the Diamondbacks rotation?
I mean, I feel like we're going to start getting into predictions.
No, without talking about predictions, if we just go rotation for
I
rotation,
I would prefer the Padres rotation
but is it that big a difference?
in the terms of the 5 or in terms of their total depth
In
included.
terms of the 5, let's start with.
I still kind of think yes.
You could think it is, but like
Like,
it is.
am I
it's
including
not far.
Corbin Burns for the Diamondbacks because he's hurt right now?
He is hurt right now.
Are you including Darvish for the Padres?
If I'm including Burns, I would say it's not a big gap. And
Yeah.
you could even maybe give, if Burns is Burns, a slight edge to Arizona.
I mean, let's
I
say
just
there's
don't know
Burns.
where
We're
he
talking
is.
Merrill Kelly.
Then
we're
no, I would go Padres.
All right. Now, also with the Padres, how is adding a guy like Castellanos, who has a lot of baggage coming with him? You know, you have Marquez. You have a very vet-heavy team now. Marquez, who got shelled around in Colorado, is their guy.
Are we sure Castellanos is an everyday player for this team? Are
No,
we
but
sure
he is.
he's playing over Miguel Andujar?
We're not sure, but also he is a guy that will be on the roster every day, and what he does in that dugout.
But
will
if he's your
affect his
5th
team.
outfielder, I think you're in a decent spot.
I meant more. He seemed to have a lot of problems that led to his split with Philly. Does any of that carry over?
I think a lot of that was just
think
the
he
manager and
I think he
upper
fits
thing.
right in.
I think he was a good team.
I mean, this is a team we talked about with problems last year, though.
So
Yeah, but this is one I can really quantify. He was literally drinking alcohol in the dugout.
he didn't actually drink the beer. He just brought the
had
beer
the
in
beer.
the dugout.
He just had it. It was open.
You know how
Nobody
it is.
saw him take a sip.
Those summer days,